Well, hello. What do you say?
Well, hello, and welcome to Fussy Pup 222 in association with an All-American Cartel LLC and Cappy's Cartel. I will leave the links for those channels in the description.
Hello and good evening, global citizens. Global citizens. Global citizens. Are we prepared to do what's necessary to end this pandemic?
Hi, everybody. It is so good to be back here with all of you. Look,
Here's the deal.
Since this pandemic began, we've been talking to the experts about how we can do our part.
And you do not need to wear a mask outdoors or indoors. And there was
I often myself wear two masks.
You do not need to wear a mask.
Wear two masks.
You do not need to wear a mask.
Wear two masks.
This week, we sat with independent growth health leaders, health leaders, but we're battling more than the virus alone. This is a battle of misinformation.
Factcheck.org, which is supposed to tackle vaccine disinformation.
US Congressman Thomas Massey claims in a series of tweets that Facebook independent fact-checkers brought in specifically to deal with what it calls vaccine misinformation are really funded by Johnson & Johnson, manufacturers of one of the vaccines.
Bureaucracy. We have what we need to vaccinate the world, but the experts told us, here's what's getting in the way. Ultra-wealthy pharmaceutical companies are not sharing the recipes to make them.
In an interview on Sky News, Bill Gates was asked whether it would be helpful to lift vaccine patent protections in order to increase access. Here is his answer.
There's been some speculation that the changing intellectual property rules, the recipe for these vaccines to be shared, would be helpful. And do you think that would be helpful?
No.
Why not?
Well, there's only so many vaccine factories in the world, and people are very serious about the safety of vaccines. And moving a vaccine from, say, a J&J factory into a factory in India, that it's novel. It's only because of our grants and our expertise that can happen at all. The thing that's holding things back in this case is not intellectual property. There's not like some idle vaccine factory with regulatory approval that makes magically safe vaccines.
So let's just unpack what he says there. His argument is that lifting patent protections will not help the supply problem whatsoever. So it's better to just stay the course and produce at the current level and hope that eventually rich countries donate enough money and surplus vaccines that poor countries get taken care of. In his words, it's not like there's some idle vaccine factory with regulatory approval that makes magically safe vaccine. I present also to you John Fulton, president of BioLease in Canada, who says he could be making millions of doses today if the know-how had been shared. We've been passed over. We've got this production capacity and it's not being put to use. If we had started this last year, we could have shipped millions of doses by now. This is supposed to be like a wartime effort, everyone in it together, but that does not seem to be the case. Bill Gates is lying to you when he says that lifting patent protections will not help with access. Now look, it may not magically fix everything, nothing is a cure-all, but it is a root cause of the problem, and it would help to ease the supply issues so that poor countries can start vaccinating and we can all avoid the horror of watching the virus mutate to the point where it jumps the current vaccines. Bill Gates, with his billions, set the course for how global vaccine distribution would unfold, and now millions of people around the world are paying the price.
So, global citizens, we ask you tonight, do you think we should start treating the access to the vaccine as basic human rights? Thank you.